Hello, Danger Noodles. I'm just waiting for someone to come back. I'm just waiting on people. So, anyways, how are you, Danger Noodles? How's everybody today? Yeah, sorry. Oh, Bookworm, I didn't expect you to be here. Wait, that kind of sounds mean. It's just, I'm sorry. Yeah. So what you been up to, Book? While we're waiting for our other person who's late, even though I was late. I'm playing Persona 5 a bit. Ah, cool. Also, Bookworm, this does not exist. Anyways, we're going back over here. It's gonna tormenting hatchet and dark extension. Nice. 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 It does not exist, Bookworm. It doesn't exist. Oh yeah, on Twitter, my account, uh, the 18 plus account, almost got terminated because apparently you can't have porn in the banner. And it's you're able to show us something that doesn't exist. I almost fucked around with TOS. I, I don't read TOS. That's the problem. I don't read it. Oh yeah. I almost forgot to mention. First day in December, I'll be releasing something interesting. As well as phase 1 of the project I've been working on will be released before the end of the year. Yeah. Gee, nice. Yeah. So there's a good bunch of stuff in December. A whole bunch of stuff. Oh, wonder what's taking Jerry so long. Hmm. Well, you know what that means, Bookworm. We're gonna do what we did before. Right? Remember this, Bookworm? You remember this? It's so long I forgot. Yeah. I swear, if you go through the whole video and Jerry still doesn't show. That would be funny. Well, I'm gonna go play the video while we're waiting. And 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the SCP iceberg. This is going to serve as both an introduction, or at least I'm going to try my best, if you're not familiar with SCPs, but it also has a lot of the very in-depth lore stuff that even me myself, considering to be like a huge SCP fan, didn't know a lot of this stuff going in. There have been other SCP iceberg videos, however I haven't seen one over this particular one, and this one's by far my favorite because instead of just talking about weird one-off SCPs, it's like connections between characters and greater lore ideas and stuff like that. Also, if you're just interested in the conspiracy iceberg videos and want to know where that's at, I'm recording that immediately after this, so hopefully it'll be up pretty soon. We've got a lot to get into, so without further ado, let's go ahead and do that. But
let's learn SCP.
Always, thank you for watching. I'm going to give a brief rundown of the SCP Foundation and the basics of how it worked. That way, if you're not familiar with it, you'll know enough to at least get you familiar enough for this iceberg. The SCP Foundation is a shadow organization that operates beyond the jurisdiction of any world government. They have one mission objective, and that is to secure anomalous entities, contain them by any means possible, and protect humanity from their consequences. These anomalous entities can be anything from traditional giant monsters and boogeymen to three-dimensional rooms whose geometry doesn't make sense, on to old world gods that possess the future of humanity, buildings that go on forever and are controlled by one singular entity, even down to simple thought concepts that can erode the mind and break down the human psyche. The SCP Foundation specializes in containing all of these entities, however, above all else, it must maintain its secrecy to the public. The basic structure of the SCP Foundation works like this. You have your researchers, who are the standard characters of every story. These are normally composed of doctors who have different level classification of what information.
Oh wait, before I continue this, Bookworm, do you want to know what the content farm did to SCP-106? I'm gonna say one line now in the video. It was as if he was looking And my kid is into a nice, juicy piece of steak. They're making the entity look at the child as if. Well, I can't exactly say what the implication was, but it was not murder. The way they worded it did not sound like murder. It sounded, yep. You can. I don't want to start without Jerry, but Jerry's late. Actually, hold on. We're gonna look. Hold on. We're gonna do this. Copy. We're looking at SCP memes. We're waiting for Jerry to finally get here. Alright, bro, Identity 071-01 is the most cursed shit I've ever read. SCP-071's ability to change form does not appear to be limited to normal human subjects. Unredacted, one person is the subject D-7883. SCP-071 assumed the shape of a female golden retriever. D-7883 reacted with shock and refused to proceed with the experiment. The subject's psychological signs were consistent with a state of sexual arousal. Unredacted. SCP-071 assumed the form of a female human corpse when exposed to D-8762. Medical staff confirmed a complete lack of life signs, and SCP-071 suffered no harm from transition, later assuming the form of a... We're gonna skip that. We're how early I have to get up in the morning. I'm showing get ads. No idea who these people are, but nice art. I'm looking for SCP memes. Oh, that's cool. SCP-420J.
What?
Oh, hey! I went to the SCP Reddit for SCP memes, so I'm waiting for you.
First thing I heard was you laughing.
Alright. Now that you're here, the first SCP of tonight is the self-cleaning pool.
Can I hear one or two of those memes first? Because honestly, after the last video, the last few videos of theirs, it they're just really horrible. They're just really horrible.
Well, I only read one Ashy meme. Hold on.
Oh,
Yeah, it was just me reading about SPO-71 apparently taking the form of a golden retriever, and T-7883 was shocked, refused, and was sexually
oh,
aroused. Yeah.
oh,
That's why I was laughing.
oh my gosh.
Does that help?
Yes.
Alright, let's start with the self-cleaning pool. Item SCP-242. Object Class Safe. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-242 is kept in a home located and redacted in... I don't know what state NM is.
Wait. Oh, NM?
Yeah. Why do I feel like I'm gonna be...
New Mexico.
Okay, now I'm stupid.
It's okay, you're not stupid. I'm sure there are many people who don't think of New Mexico whenever they think of NM. I mean, that's not its initials or any. Yes, it is. I mean, it's not like it's a well known state. Yes, it is. Okay, I'm gonna stop sassing.
Alright. Alright. New Mexico procured by the Foundation Unredacted. The original owner was an out-of-state landlord who had problems keeping it rented. After retiring, he moved out there but disappeared after 3 days.
Oh,
The home is unremarkable and is inhabited by Dr. Redacted and Dr. Redacted, who pose as a married couple with no children. The backyard is defined along its perimeter with a cinder block wall approximately 2 meters high in accordance with the homes in the general vicinity. The pool is monitored at all times by a single level 1 guard, who also covers as the couple's live and cook. Human monitoring was added after Incident 242-1. Swimming or wading in the pool is strongly discouraged. Any access to the pool by anyone other than Class D personnel for experimental reasons is forbidden. Description: SCP-242 is a swimming pool approximately 4.5 meters wide and 9 meters long, with a depth ranging from 1 meter deep on both ends to 1.5 meter deep in the center, and a total volume of approximately 53,000 liters. It has a dual waterfall feature and an end pool vacuum unit and stairs on one end. Any substance when placed into the pool will eventually be transmuted into sterile water, which will remain sterile even after being removed from 242 and introduced to a non-sterile environment. A sample taken from SCP-242 and poured into a container of water that has been tinted with red food coloring did not mix, but rather stayed together as a non-miscible bubble. Subsequent examination of samples shows them to be nothing more than pure sterile water.
so if you want your existence scrubbed from reality, just go into the pool.
Mm-hmm. The length of time required for the transmutation to complete is dependent on the nature of the substance placed into 242. Ordinary river water sampled from redacted New Mexico was completely sterilized in 7 minutes. Stagnant pond water taken from redacted New Mexico was sterilized in 18 minutes. Oh my god, book. 50,000 liters of coal tar was converted over the course of 12 days. While the pool contains nothing but sterile water, there is no apparent action of any of the features of the pool. Once a non-water substance is placed into the pool, The water jets and the waterfall will come on even if disconnected from any power source. A pool vacuum is attached and it will also activate and drive around the bottom of the pool even through extremely viscous liquids. There's no cycling of water into or out of the filtration system. Pipes leading to the filtration system have been completely removed and shown to be empty and dry while pool contents are being sterilized. And here we get to see the pool.
Oh. So it's totally clean looking, but there's no filtration system.
Yeah. Addendum Incident 242-1. Unredacted, during the time when the home was vacant but being monitored by a hidden video camera, a man and a woman apparently in their early 20s scaled the rear wall and gained access to 242. They proceeded to undress and go swimming along with the two vinyl inflatable rafts acquired from the shed in the backyard. After water jets came on, the female was startled and indicated she wanted to leave. The male claimed that it was just an automatic timer coming on to clean the pool, and there was nothing to worry about. The couple continued to swim and engage in intimate activities.
I'm just gonna cut in very quickly to say that I always thought it was really gross when people break into people's backyards just to use the pool, especially when they do things like this. And I
Yeah,
have no sympathy for what will happen.
yep. Anyways, 24 minutes after it just started, the female was heard to say that the water was really warm and made her feel tingly. The male agreed and they both climbed onto their respective rafts and fell asleep holding hands. 29 minutes after the jet started, both the rafts popped within 4 seconds of each other, and the couple was again immersed completely in the water. At this time, significant frothing of the water began with a deep red color being given off from the subject's locations. Subjects were heard to scream loudly and both attempted to exit the pool. Before exit was possible, the couple went under the surface, the frothing stopped, and the pool went from red to clear approximately 48 seconds later. A decision was made to institute a lifeguard at the pool. After 2 weeks, a story was leaked to the press that the couple had eloped to an unknown location somewhere in Mexico. SCP-242 Experiment Number 17. Abstract. What the general properties of the water contained in 242? Does the water retain any SCP-like properties when removed from the location? Proposal. Determine if the water is safe for human consumption, both while in the SCP and outside of it. Required equipment personnel. 2 titanium atmospheric dive suits, altered to fit the testing criteria. 2 Class C personnel of like gender, race, age range, and within 3 years. 1 food grade titanium barrel, 190-liter capacity, 1 remotely controlled overhead crane cable of lifting 20 metric tons, 1 automated titanium siphon system, 1 wireless communication system for separate links to and from both dive suits, 1 home fumigation tenting unit used to create neighboring subterfuge. Estimated budget, data expunged.
Oh, that must have been a lot.
Status approved. Redacted. Doctors redacted and redacted. Results transcript attached for review. Contact Dr. Redacted for a full lab report. I told you under the tough suit. We'll lower you into the pool. All you need to do is to drink from the metal straw by your mouth. I'm instructed to do so. I can see anything. Shouldn't there be glass here? Why is it all metal? That's classified. Just get it in the dive suit, please. Sound of overhead crane followed by a loud splash. Is the barrel full yet? Yep, I'm full. Good. Remove the siphon and get ready. And get into the other dive suit. It will not be placed into the pool. Just drink from the metal straw fed from the barrel when instructed to do so. So, if I ain't going in the pool, why am I getting into that thing? That is classified. went over this in debrief. Just do as instructed, please. Mechanical sounds. Damn, it's dark in here. There's no light. How will I find a straw when I... Oh, there it is. SCP-242, Experiment 17, time 0 set. Subject is please take a sip from the straw and tell me what you experience. It's pretty warm. There's a weird chemical aftertaste, but it doesn't last long. Good, thank you. Now subject B, please take a sip from the straw and tell me what you experience. It's cool, and it tastes like, well, nothing. It's good. Okay. A loud, long belch is heard, followed by laughter from test subject A. Test subject A, what is going on? Please take another sip. Well, I've got lots of gas. Ew, this stuff is really warm now, and it stings my mouth. How much longer is this test? Okay, test subject B, please take a sip. Yep, same as before. No taste or smell at all. The water... Is this water? It's cool and pleasant. Test subject A, please repeat the process. Ow! Redacted. This is really hot now. And hey, what the... Redacted? Is that one of my feelings? What the... Redacted? Is this... Redacted? Please just
That
report...
must have been a lot of swearing.
Yeah. Please just report your experience as succinctly as possible. Feelings can be replaced. Test subject B, please repeat the process. This is boring, Doc. Seems like a lot of hassle to just give us a drink of water. Test subject A, please repeat. Choking and gurgling sounds. Test subject A, please respond. Sound of a muffled scream followed by electric shorting. Test subject B, please repeat. Yep, still nice. Okay, test subject B, we're moving to the next phase, which is a full medical analysis. You need to, decompress before you exit the suit. It will take several hours to get comfortable in there. Please take a drink every time and the care lights goes on and let me know if anything changes. Use the urination adapter as needed. Understood. Damn, that was easy. Testing was ended due to internal electrical and subsequent structural failure of atmospheric dive suit A. Retrieval was not attempted. Complete loss of atmospheric dive suit A occurred after approximately 15 hours. Subject B was distracted after 17 hours. No psychological changes were detected. Subject B's urine was recovered and shows no extraordinary properties. Subject B has been released to the Class D group for future reuse. The water remaining in the barrel was left to evaporate and did so within the expected time frame. No residue of any kind remained. Note: the use of SCP-242 is possible disposal of any SCP-related materials that are difficult to manage is being considered at this time. Contact Dr. Redacted for details and or permission for testing.
Oh. Oh.
Alright. Now it's everyone's favorite moment, the thumbnail.
That is not my favorite.
Maybe it's not your favorite.
I just want them to be accurate.
Isn't
How
this
did
good?
they make it more gory? Four.
But Corn, what do you think of it? What do you think of the thumbnail? Well, I mean, I did the thing that you're supposed to do in every YouTube thumbnail. You wanna know what that is? You wanna know what that is, Jerry?
What?
They put tits in the thumbnail. That has to be on every YouTube video. Tits in the thumbnail.
Oh no, you're right. They put tits. They put male tits and female tits. I forgot all about tits. Oh, god damn it.
this might need to be clipped.
I'm a gay man. It's not something I instinctively think about.
I just love bookworms. Wow. So anyways,
Whatever.
let me move this over. Oh yeah, we also apparently they did one international SCP.
Oh.
Yeah, dash PT, which I think is Portuguese. No, I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I think it's the Portuguese.
I would love to find out how badly they fucked that up.
Oh yeah, Bookworm. Since you haven't been watching these, with us till now, which is fine, but they don't put the Creative Commons license or the credit to the SCP creators. They copyright the videos.
Should we tell Bookworm how badly they fucked up some of the SCPs?
Oh, I told him about 106 already.
Oh. Did you tell him about what they did to the old man?
That's 106.
Oh, you said 106. Okay.
I love you, Jerry.
My dyslexia and my bad hearing, and I don't know why sometimes my hearing is perfect technically in hearing things, but not making sounds out. It's bad at that. I'm hungry.
Are we ready for the first video of the night? Everyone ready?
Yeah.
Alright, so it says right here, a suburb of Albuquerque, New Mexico, 6 months ago. We have no idea what the city is. What?
What?
It was at a house.
Come on. Hey, I want to show you something.
Yeah, a house. This is not a house.
Wait, was
It's
it
not even where houses are.
was it a house or a...
Yes, it was at a house.
Yeah, it was at
It was
a
at a
home.
house.
I thought it was a hotel for a second. Yeah, no, it's a house. Not...
Where are we going?
I don't know what's happening.
Since when has there been a pool here? It's just kind of weird.
Come on. Hey, what are you waiting for? The water's amazing.
Well, okay.
What?
Relax. It's just a vacuum unit turning on.
Don't you find it kind of strange that it just works even though there's no electricity in the campsite?
Maybe it's a cursed pool. And it preys on people. Hey!
Billy, where are you?
Boo!
Idiot! That's not funny!
You should have seen your face.
Quit! Your pranks aren't funny!
What the?
What is that?
It burns!
Billy!
Get out of the
Don't
way!
leave me!
They're supposed to die basically right before everything turning to clear water.
Yeah.
Help!
How did they add violence?
I guess I'll click that then. Here in New Mexico, present
It's
day.
been a while
We don't
since
know what
I've
the
been
city
here.
is.
About 5 years, I think. And I haven't heard anything about my father since then as well. Until last
drama's
night,
slow
a call from some
death.
deputy sheriff. What's his name?
Are we
Berkeley,
using
telling me that my
3D
dad had
car?
disappeared.
Yeah, it is. This feels so off. It's a 3D car in a 2D place.
This looks nothing like the art they've been doing so far.
Watch, they start doing 3D stuff from now on.
No.
I'm not sure what the old devil did, but I needed to come back out to the sticks.
And it's back to
Bishop.
2D.
Yeah, afternoon.
I'm Deputy Sheriff Tom Berkeley. Let's go inside and have a talk.
It's strange to be back here after all this time.
Oh no.
Have you
I just
recently had any
realized
con-
something.
What?
For all the buildings and vehicles outside, they use pretty much 3D models that they flatten in most of the scenes. How do you feel about that?
Oh yeah, should we click bad voice acting? Because I saw their mouths moving while they're still not talking anymore. But we can wait a little bit. Because I think that happens every video, I kid you not.
You can click bad voice acting. Let's keep watching.
I can... Oh, gee, you gonna use AI art. Bookworm, that's already happened.
Contact with your father?
No, we were never close. A few years ago, we just completely stopped talking.
Anything serious?
Well, you know, the construction company offered to buy the house, but the stubborn old man flat out refused. Even though the money was actually really good. No matter how much I tried to persuade him, he stood firm. I couldn't take it anymore, so I lost my cool. Told him to go to hell, and I moved myself out to the city center. So, what happened?
It's not clear yet. He was living alone as of late. Worked in a factory. Just up and disappeared a month ago. A neighbor, Mr. Williams, took notice and contacted us. We looked around the house, but we didn't find anything suspicious. Do you know where he might be?
To be honest, I have no idea.
Okay, we'll keep looking. If you remember anything, let me know.
Sure.
The house is all yours, Mr. Bishop. We'll leave you to it.
I just had a feeling that my father was no longer alive. Well, at least he left me a good inheritance. Fortunately for me, my good friend
No
was a
one
real
would
estate
smile
agent.
that fast.
Also, he's a piece of shit.
Yeah, who the fuck immediately smiles like, I just found out the dad I haven't spoken to in years had died and I'm feeling awesome. I have a house. The fuck?
Hey, Jerry.
Yeah.
In your will, do I keep the house? I'm kidding.
I don't have a house. If I die, you get nothing.
Wow, just like our actual parents.
You could always ask for some of my pumpkin stuff.
I know, I'm just messing around. Anyways.
Hey, Sal, hi. Bud, how are things? Listen, do me a favor, yeah? Can you come and evaluate the house? Yeah, the one I told you about earlier. Great, yeah, I'll be here. See you tomorrow. Oh, and the key's under the garden gnome out front.
That was just random gibberish on the phone. I was trying to understand what the fuck they were saying. I could not understand.
I would like to comment, why would you try to sell it without even emptying or looking through the house first?
Yeah.
Huh? The hell's this?
Oh my god.
Last I remember, there was a basketball court back here. When did Dad manage to dig a pool?
Oh,
He
a
obviously
doggo.
did it out of spite, knowing my fear of water. Damn you, old man. Hey, get!
No! You bastard.
Jackass!
Okay, now I
I
want
came
him
back
to
to
die.
the house the next day. I couldn't wait to find out how much Sal
Go
had
into
valued
the
it at.
pool.
door was open.
It's your friend, we
And my
swear.
friend's briefcase was on the table, but Sal himself was nowhere to be found. His phone was even powered off. Get out of here, you damn dog! This is my yard and my pool!
No, not the doggo.
Christ, what the hell's that? Whoa! What the fuck just happened? No one's gonna
they
believe
just
me.
had to do that
The
to
neighbor
be more
would think that I
accurate.
killed his dog.
They just fucking killed the dog.
Yeah, they just killed the dog. I think added violence needs to go to 4 now.
They just killed a random dog for no reason. The poor doggo.
The dog did nothing wrong. They just acted excited to see the person who did not deserve that love.
I'm petting the buster. I had to pet the buster.
Fair enough.
Alright.
And then I remembered the surveillance cameras that my father installed as soon as he bought the house. Records for the last 24 hours were stored on the cloud. I found the nightmare with the neighbor's dog pretty quickly, and then... Sal? What are you... What the hell is going on here? My father definitely disappeared for a reason. It must have had something to do with this strange pool. Deputy Sheriff Berkeley, it's Mike.
Is something wrong, Mr. Bishop?
Yes, but this isn't a phone conversation. I have to show you something, now.
Come to my office, I'm here. The address is on the business card.
You're not gonna believe me, but... I'll call you back. Shit!
Oh, my legs! Oh, my
Hang in there, Mr. Williams. I'll call an ambulance.
Take me to the hospital, you idiot! This is all your fault!
I didn't see you.
Because you were on the
Who
phone,
the
you
hell
asshole!
walks behind a car when they're
You'll
backing
be
out?
How was it?
Who the hell walks behind a car when they're backing out?
Yeah.
I snapped her on through! Oh, damn it!
The geezer was right. Because of him, my career was over. If only...
Oh my god, he's gonna start
Where are
murdering
you
people.
taking me, you schmuck? I need to go to the hospital!
What am I doing? This isn't right. Although, he's just as nasty as his dog.
Are you completely out of your mind?
Pile
You
of
shouldn't
shit.
have been rude to me.
Yeah. My space is servers at Albuquerque.
5 months! Damn it, Nina! You've been studying this object for 5 months and didn't realize it has additional properties?
Sir, it didn't display itself in any way. I am Nina Davis, an employee of the SCP Foundation. 5 months ago, we discovered an anomalous object here. A self-cleaning pool that dissolved any substance that got into it and turned back into sterile water. We bought the campsite which held the pool and began to use it for the benefit of the organization. Dissolving in it the waste remains created from the maintenance of the other objects. But tonight, the unexpected happened. For no apparent reason, one of the employees operating the pool jumped into it. After that, the pool simply disappeared from the controlled area.
What?
I hope you understand what'll happen if the
It doesn't have that ability.
It can't teleport, and it feels a bit like they're suggesting the pool lures people in.
Yeah.
It doesn't. People just go to pools.
Mm-hmm.
People just like pools.
pool falls into the wrong hands. Find it, Nina.
You can count on me, sir. I started my investigation by watching local and world news. If it suddenly appeared somewhere, the pool wouldn't go unnoticed. But I came out empty. Then I started looking in police
Yeah.
databases for strange disappearance of people. one case caught my attention. The owner of a factory not far away had recently gone missing. In the report, I found the number of the policeman who handled the case,
You know how
and
many
under the
people go
guise of the
missing every
FBI
day? I call bullshit.
Yeah.
investigator, I asked how the investigation had been processing. It turned out that the police had followed a bunch of clues, but they had neither a body nor suspects. I think I've got a lead. I visited the family of the missing businessman and found out that he had a conflict with an employee whom he'd recently fired. Initial suspicions fell on this employee, but after questioning and searching, the police were unable to charge him. In my case, that didn't absolve him of everything. So I decided to talk to him myself. The dismissed employee said that he didn't have a pool and that he'd never had one. Regarding all the questions about the disappearance of the factory's owner, he just replied that he was shocked by the event. But alas, he had nothing more to add. Well, it seemed this time my hunch deceived me. Sorry for wasting your time. Have a nice day, Mr. Bishop.
What?
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 I don't get it.
I don't either.
I've spent some time coming to my senses after I dealt with Mr. Williams. All that remains now is to get rid of the evidence, and then no one can prove anything.
You could just
Where did this
literally
pool
wash
come
your
from?
car.
And then I remembered that my
Okay.
dad had a favorite hiding place. Maybe I'll find the answers there. And what's this? I found a diary in the secret compartment. My father wrote that one morning, he went out into the backyard and suddenly saw a swimming pool, even though it hadn't been there in the evening. At first, he thought it was some strange joke, but none claimed the joke as their own. Then my dad decided to go for a swim and threw a float into the pool. But when he returned with a couple of beers from the refrigerator, he saw that the water in the pool dissolved the mattress. He had found it all very strange. Dad started experimenting with the pool, dissolving everything that came to mind. At the same time, he was fond of the bottle and missed his shift at the factory several times. I recognized my old man. Nothing changed. A week later, the owner of the factory called and fired him. My father thought it was unfair. He wasn't hired for another job and the money was rapidly running out. And along with it, anger towards his boss accumulated. One evening, he drank too much and decided to take his revenge. He kidnapped him and dissolved him in the pool. My father wrote that after that, he began to go crazy. He heard a voice coming from the pool. It was calling out to my father.
What?
The voice was getting stronger every day.
Yeah. You know what I also just realized? This SCP would be perfect for nuclear waste removal.
Yes, it would be. For nuclear waste and nuclear weapons.
Yeah, you just dump it in there and it would just disintegrate it.
Yep. And we'd have more water to drink.
Yeah.
My father was afraid that the voice wouldn't stop until the pool got to him. This was the last entry in the diary. Apparently, the pool somehow affects people's minds, forcing them to do unspeakable things. Obviously, the pool was thoroughly embedded in my father's head. There wasn't a point in looking for him any further. A phone call woke me up.
What?
I opened my eyes and... Oh, shit! How did I end up here? Did I sleepwalk?
Mr. Bishop.
Yes.
This is the deputy sheriff. Are you all right?
Yes, yeah. Yeah, it's all right.
Where are you? I've been waiting for you.
Something happened?
You said you wanted to show me something.
Damn it. False alarm, Mr. Berkeley. I was just seeing things.
Are you sure? You seemed kind of excited.
Yeah, no, it's okay. Don't worry about it. I have to go. What do you want from me? You really trying to dissolve me? Well, no way in hell, bud. Gonna have to try harder than that if you want me. It was only now that I realized how much power I truly had gained. In my hands, there was a tool that would help me get rid of all the dirt in the world.
Did the water start lowering?
Yes.
No, I mean
A month
in the
passed.
video it was
I was
lowering.
demoted. But
Ah. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on, I want to see something.
I have to go. What do you want from me?
Alright, take one look here, and... Notice a little something different?
No blue tiling, different design.
Yeah, so now we can check off... Wrong SCP design. Sorry, I just noticed that.
Passed. I was demoted. But I didn't give up the search for the abnormal pool. I watched the moment of its disappearance over and over again. I had to understand why an object that had been static for such a long time suddenly just disappeared. And what if the pool actually needs people? After it got into the hands of the Foundation, we only dissolved inanimate objects in it. Therefore, I can only assume it somehow forced our employee to jump into the water. Maybe the pool chooses its victims as a special delicacy, and after it gets its meal, it moves to another place. I looked up the missing persons police reports again, and suddenly saw Mr. Bishop among them. Too weird for a trivial coincidence. I decided to visit his house once more. I was hoping to sneak into the backyard and was surprised when some guy came out of the house.
How can I help you?
I introduced myself as a real estate agent buying houses in the area. The guy grinned somewhat badly and agreed to let me inside to assess the prospects of his possessions.
Call me Mike. Mike Bishop.
Old Bishop lied to me a month ago. There was a swimming pool in the backyard, and it was strikingly similar to our object. But I needed to be 100% sure and...
The house is more interesting. Trust me. Here, take a look around.
Excuse me, Mr. Bishop. I'd better go. Mike seemed suspicious to me, so I decided not to risk anything and return here in the morning with reinforcements. I started going back to make all the necessary preparations. Damn, not now.
Really? Are you gonna pull some horror movie shit?
I think so.
When I felt that someone was behind me, it was already too late.
What?
I woke up in a dark, cramped place. My phone was missing, along with my service pistol. Did Mike do this?
Oh,
really?
You're right. They made him into a serial killer.
Tom, wake up! What's the matter with you?
Ah, you've already woken up. How unfortunate for you. Get out.
What's going on? Mr. Bishop, what are you doing?
Stop talking. Go behind the house. Move.
You understand what awaits you if you go through with this? You'll spend the rest of your life in prison.
For what? Just because I'm doing the world some justice?
Why?
One cheated me out of a loan. The other one didn't show up for a date. I had to send him for a swim in the pool.
You sick bastard.
No! I clean the world of dirt. At the same time, I remove witnesses. Sheriff's Deputy Berkeley poked into matters he should have stayed out of. Don't worry, though. He'll be going to the pool after you. Ah, son of a...
Stop! Mr. Bishop, don't make your situation worse. We can still talk this out.
The pool wants to feast, and it will have you.
God damn it, no!
Wait, where is the water?
Tom, holy shit, just in time. After the incident, I was reinstated. Mike Bishop's house was bought by the Foundation. A detention area was deployed around the pool and I headed the operation.
What the fuck?
Are we ready for the procedure? Our main task was to make sure that the pool no longer disappeared. To do this, we brought in one Class D employee who had made a special mental connection with the object. After everything that happened, he began to suffer from sleepwalking. Open the door. He's on his way.
When will you stop torturing me? Every day anew. Please, just shoot me.
No, Mr. Bishop. You'll be doing this for the rest of your life. The pool has chosen you, and it isn't going anywhere while you're still around.
The fuck?
I have no idea.
Should have monologue
I-
both of them falling. Would have been great if the serial killer fell in. Oh my god.
And
Yeah.
of course, right after the video ended, my alarm started playing the final brain cell.
Oh, I wish I heard it again where it was going on for a while at intermission. That was funny.
Oh my gosh.
It was funny. Alright. So, removal of character / license. Yes.
Or, yeah.
Added a
That
gore.
removed every character.
This is peak foundation treatment of D class. Added
You know
gore.
what? Bookworm has a point. At least he's not getting killed. He's living more than a month.
He was trapped here, and thus the pool is trapped and trying to eat him. Yeah, the pool's getting cuckolded and war treatment.
The pool's
Sorry.
getting blue balled.
Yeah.
Anyway, 4. 4 to added violence.
Yeah. Deviates from the plot of the article.
4.
Yes. Yeah, I agree. I was so confused the other time. Only men in a video / offensiveness. Not really.
Yeah, not really. Maybe a 1 or a 2 because they kind of made the one guy an incel, but that's not really offensive.
I don't think it really is offensive at all now.
Yeah, 0. A character being an incel a little does not make it bad. It just means that guy's a psychopath, which we already knew.
Mm-hmm. Alright. That's a 20%. Alright. Let me get the nickname for this one. This one is one I didn't even hear about before. But it is actually a Disney SCP.
Oh.
Escape from the House of Mouse is its nickname.
I'm going to look something up very quickly.
This guy is good at making inoffensive content for at least a couple of vids. Oh yeah, Bookworm. Look at this. 30, 15, 15, 20, 15, 0, 20, 0, 0, 10, 0, 30, 30, 20. Yeah. They're worse than Lucius. We miss Lucius.
You know what? At least they're less racist and less sexist than Lucius, but yeah, they're worse than Lucius.
Yeah, you ready, Jerry, for me to read it?
Yeah.
Alright. SCP-3640. Object Class Keter. Special Containment Procedures. All Foundation personnel are advised to avoid reading brochures for self-guided tours to the state of Florida and to bring any such brochures they find to their local archival department and be transferred to Mobile Task Force Lambda 12 Pest Control. Lambda 12 has been assigned to investigate potential 3640-alpha hunting grounds. They are authorized to terminate instances of 3640-alpha with lethal force. All known 3640 hunting grounds have had their surrounding properties acquired by the Foundation. These properties are to be used as subsidized accommodations for Foundation personnel on mental health leave who have not read any instance of 3640. The legal department of Walt Disney Company is currently under surveillance for any documentation that might indicate awareness of 3640-alpha. Alright. Description. Instances of 3640 are tourist brochures advertising self-guided tours of areas associated with urban legends, hauntings, cryptid sightings, and folklore in the United States of Florida. An individual that reads an instance of 3640 and visits a specified starting location at any of the specified times will be subject to predation by an instance of 3640-alpha. Instances of 3640-alpha are predatory organisms that are superficially resembled uniformed mascots associated with media properties owned by the Walt Disney Company, mass media conglomerate, such as Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, Minnie Mouse, and Goofy. Though they are endemic and widespread throughout the state of Florida, instances of 3640-alpha are observed to hunt only at the times and locations specified in 3640. Testing with D-Class personnel has shown that 3640-alpha instances follow certain rules while selecting prey. 3640-alpha instances will only approach individuals who have read 3640. If any member of a group has not read the brochure, then 3640-alpha instances will avoid the group entirely. If all members of the group have read the brochure, then the number of 3640-alpha instances preying on the group will be equivalent to the number of members in the group. 3640-alpha instances will not pursue prey that cross outside of Florida's state lines. It is still unclear how instances 3640-alpha grow, reproduce, or consume prey. So if you get infected, if you just leave Florida, you're fine. Interesting. Yeah. Investigation and recovery log. D-Class reconnaissance log.
So I guess if you read it, all you have to do to be safe is leave Florida.
Yeah.
That's valid.
Though it would be funny to watch someone just being chased by a giant Goofy. Anyways, subject SCP-3640-alpha, Team D-1525, D-15. Notes, the purpose of this mission was to incapacitate an instance of 3640-alpha for retrieval, or tag it for later tracking. D-15 was primed with an instance of 3640, advertising a tour of the St. Johns River, said to be home of the river monster in local folklore. He was equipped with a subdermal GPS tracker in his stomach and limbs, a head-mounted camera and radio, and an electroshock collar. A dart pistol with tranquilizer rounds, modified with GPS beacons, was provided. D-15 was dropped at the bank of St. Johns River, approximately 3 kilometers outside of Orlando at 2000 hours EST. It was instructed to follow the tour directions in the brochure. Begin log. D-15, check in. How are you doing? Having better. Please follow the tour directions on the brochure. If you spot a distinct costume, shoot it with your tranquilizer gun. Understood. Jesus. Redacted. What the hell are you doing? D-15 proceeds north along the river, pausing occasionally to read the brochure. So, Command, do you think you could, tell me a little more about what I'm supposed to be tracking? You're not tracking anything, just keep following the tour. Come on, please. This is like Moss Tool, but I don't look out for fucking Mickey Mouse. Just tell me why. T-15 turns to look at the river. There's Ripple in the water surface. He pauses and follows Ripple with a flashlight, revealing a partially submerged alligator. Whoa. T-15, please pay attention to the door. Two directions. So. I just never seen one of these in real life before. T-15 moves closer to the riverbank. Please continue to the tour or we'll have to stimulate you. Okay, jeez. I'm going. D-15 moves back and checks the brochure briefly. His gaze remains fixated on the alligator until the flashlight can no longer illuminate it. Oh, Commander. I've reached the end of the tour. I followed all directions, it's just more river. Understood. Turn around and return to the drop-off point for pickup. D-15 remains where he is for several moments, looking at the riverbank. Grass, that's creepy. As D-15 turns around, there's a splashing sound from the river. D-15 looks back at the river. His flashlight illuminates an 3640-Alpha instance. Resembling Donald Duck, emerging and climbing up the bank. What the fuck? D-15 immediately begins shooting the instance and backpedaling. It does not react or make any sound apart from its footsteps as it approaches towards D-15. I'm out of ammo, Command. Proceed slowly. Try to keep it in your vision. The travel team is advancing towards your position. D-15 breaks into a sprint and flees in the direction of the retrieval point. For the next several minutes, all of Command's attempts at communication are ignored. All that can be heard is D-15's breathing and the sound of his own footsteps until he pauses to catch his breath. He turns around and there's no sign of the Donald Duck costume. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? D-15 D-15 report. Why did you run away? Because I was fucking terrified. Pardon my French. Look, I'm sorry. And please don't zap me, but that was the scariest thing I've ever seen, okay? Fair enough, you're still coming to retreat. I recommend once you return to base. I'll take it. How far away is the retrieval team? About 10 minutes from your location. Just keep going and you'll run into them shortly. Man, 372's never gonna believe this. At that moment, there's a splashing sound from the river. D-15 turns to see the SCP-3640-Alpha instance rapidly climbing out of the riverbank and running towards him. Jesus fuck. The instance assaults D-15 and knocks the camera and radio off its head. The radio picks up the sounds of a struggle as well as several splashing sounds. D-15 does not reestablish contact upon arriving, and the retrieval team acquires the camera but reports no sign of either D-15 or SCP-3640-A Alpha instance. Note, D-15's subdermal transmitters continue to operate, traveling down the St. Johns River and into Orlando. Last known location of the transmitters was outside of the Epcot amusement park. Mobile Task Force 912 was dispatched to investigate. Alright, Lambda 12 investigation log. Subject 3640-Alpha. Team MTF Lambda 12 pest control. Begin log. Shortly after dark, Lando 12 arrives at the last known location of D-1525's transmitter, a small one-story concrete hut on the outskirts of Epcot. In addition to their standard equipment, L1 is equipped with a flamethrower, L2 with a net launcher, L3 and L4 with heavy caliber shotguns.
Alright, lads. You know the drill. We go in, we bag Donald, we come out. Questions?
Remember when we just used the hunt bugs? You telling me you'd rather go back to that? I watched Mickey Mouse Clubhouse with my niece. Fuck yes, I would.
Knock it off. Come on, I'll take point. 3-4, guard your flank. Guard.
Yes, sir. There's a broken padlock on the door to the hut, and one pushes the door open, revealing a nondescript maintenance shed. The shelves are nearly empty, and one picks up a roll of duct tape and examines it.
Not quite like what I was expecting. So there's a hatch.
L2 points at a trapdoor in the middle of the floor. God damn it, why can't we ever go upstairs for once? L1 opens the trapdoor and peers down. Underneath is a ladder leading into a large dimly lit tunnel.
Tunnel looks clearer. Tunnel looks clear. I'll go down first, then you three in order.
L1 slides down the ladder quickly, followed by L2, L3, and L4. The tunnel is carved into shape and progresses for an unknown distance north and south of the ladder, curving out of sight around a bench in both directions.
I don't like this one bit. Too easy for us to get ambushed. Stay sharp, lads.
Where I've lost my place. Oh no! There it is. These tunnels run all under Disney World, you know. It's how all the mascots get around.
Quiet.
The tunnel proceeds north, and the tunnel appears to have been abandoned for a significant period of time. The team passes by several empty storage and dressing rooms. As the team proceeds through the tunnel, a lone rumbling noise becomes audible. The team follows the noise to a closed door and stop outside.
Predator formation. I have point.
And one opens the door carefully to an abandoned boiler room. The room is empty, although the boiler is active. At the foot of the boiler is a white mascot costume that is curled up around an unidentified object. While L1 and L3 watch the door, L2 carefully approaches the costume at L1's signal. He examines it and then it nudges it with the barrel of his net launcher. There's no response. L2 nudges the costume again. It's an empty... the hell? It shows an end to the costume. It's not even anomalous. I don't think something in it. L2 carefully reaches into the costume and extracts a human arm bone. Lord almighty, you think it's the way things usually go? Yes. What's the poor bastard got behind him? I think there is... I think Jesus, I think it's an egg. L2 reaches past the costume and picks up a purple, partially translucent plastic egg, similar to a two-piece plastic Easter egg. A small embryo-like object can be seen wriggling inside the egg. Crushed. Careful with those things. The fellows at base will want a closer look anymore. Let's see. It's fine. Right, cross. Worse. Eggshells. L2 passes the egg to L3 and then picks up two busted egg halves, showing them to be the rest of the squad. Fuck me. Banks isn't gonna like this. 3, glad the D-class too. Banks might want it. Poor Saw deserves an honest burial, at least. L3 straps his tranquilizer rifle to his back and picks up the costume. Fire on, buddy. Good sleeping tonight, eh? Shh, hear that? Numbers 9 but 12 freeze. A faintly audible dripping sound can be heard through, though it is rapidly decreasing in intensity. Pray formation, I have point. At L1's signal, L3 moves behind him, while both L2 and L4 move to surround L3. L1 moves to the door and quickly kicks it open, bringing up his flamethrower as he exits into the tunnel. Clear. Careful of the floor. There's a trail of dark fluid leading away from the boiler room in a direction intentionally taken by Lambda 12 upon first entering the tunnel system. I want a piece of the long white thread has been caught on the edge of the wire room door. I don't like the looks of this. Stay sharp. Watch the ceilings. Lambda 12 retrace their steps and exfiltrate the tunnels. Although they do not encounter anything while exfiltrating, they observe that the trail of liquid exactly matches the route of infiltration. Lambda 12 pauses upon reaching the ladder to the surface as its rungs are coated in the fluid. L1 grabs hold of the rug, pauses for a moment. It's empty. 2, you're up. 3. L2 ascends for that incident. L3 passes the costume as well as the egg scrambles up. Then he and L4 ascend as well. The group looks around the shed briefly. The trail of liquid and polyester ends. L1 crosses over to it and examines it and uses duct tape roll.
This roll, I could have sworn there was some duct tape left over. Let's see, there it is. In log, note Lando 12 returned to base on that incident. The bones of the mascot costume identified to be as D-1525. The egg collected by Lando 12 was kept under watch in an incubation chamber with the recovered mascot costume. On an object inside the egg appeared to develop over time, it ultimately failed to hatch. After several weeks, the egg was opened and found to contain a miniature staffed Donald Duck toy. That section of the toy revealed a purple plastic endoskeleton. This structure was connected via a rudimentary vascular system. Alright. Structures via a system composed of white binders stuffing and also contain cardiovascular system comprised of latex. No just excretory or reproductive systems were identified. Okay, so before I do that, finish it off. What is 372 since it was mentioned? Okay, so it doesn't go to 372, it goes to 3470. Oh dear God.
Maybe it's one of the D classes that are sent there.
3470 is a predatory organism that relies on aggressive mimicry to hunt humans. That sounds familiar.
Oh.
Okay, that makes sense. That's connected. Alright. Then in connection to Disney and Florida government, the following letter is bearing the Walt Disney logo and dated 1979, and it was recovered from redacted. All living persons associated with Reuben X. Askew, the now deceased governor of Florida from 1971 to 1979, the Orlando Police Department, the Legal Department of Walt Disney Company, and SB 2805 have possessed ignorance of this document in 3640. What is 2805? SCP-2805 is the severed head of the American industrialist Walt Disney, held in a suspended image with a cryonic freezer.
Oh man. People really love shit like that, don't they?
Yeah. It's funny as shit. Alright, no other documents recovered from Reuben Askew or the Walt Disney Company have indicated knowledge of or a connection to 3640. Dear Governor Askew, the Walt Disney Company thanks you for your cooperation in this matter regarding unlicensed Walt Disney character operators. Please pass along the following information collected by the outstanding men and women of the City of Orlando's Police Department to the Florida National Guard. The character is spotted, called to get its attention, and then rapidly flashing lights at the costume. If it does not flinch, fire on sight. Aim at the head, and if possible, else aim at the knees or disable them and then finish them off with headshots. Body shots have been shown to lack effectiveness. Deceased characters are to be incinerated. No other means of disposal are advised. We are currently pursuing alternate legal means of shutting down these unlicensed operators and hope to achieve a settlement within the end of the year. Cordially yours, the Walt Disney Company. And that's it of this SCP.
Well, let's see what they do with this. They're probably going to turn this into horror story shit too, aren't they?
Yes. Okay. Alright, let me get the thumbnail. Hi, Chew. How are you?
Hey, Chew, funny that you came while Bright was reading an SCP about Disney characters. Well, technically predatory things that look like Disney characters. For
Yeah, and that I don't know what they're going for. They look like Disney characters. They don't look like monstrous forms of
you know
Disney
what they're
characters.
doing?
What?
It's because they're suggesting the circus is behind it.
I wouldn't be surprised if they try to get the Herman Circus to be responsible for this in the video.
That would bother me. Herman Circus may be a pile of poop, but it's not behind the predatory Disney characters.
It would be funny though. Alright. And look, they copyrighted the Creative Commons entity.
Okay.
What a shocker. No license
Do you think they're
given.
gonna throw any racism or sexism in this one?
Maybe.
Since they're throwing the circus in?
Possibly.
Ugh. I'm sure it won't be as bad as the weird shit they threw in with the old man. I don't think anything can top that. Maybe they'll surprise me.
Alright, we ready?
Yeah.
What?
Major, there. Dead. Check the inside.
What?
Oh, God. Is that all that's left of Jones? It's about time the Foundation came up with another way to contain these creatures. Everyone, get ready. I don't hear anything. Shut up.
Really? Well, I want to click wrong SCP design already.
Damn, my head is killing me.
You're telling me, Natalie. What even happened yesterday?
I think we were at a party, but I'm not sure.
How much 3D
Tina
shit
was
are
right.
they throwing
Last
in
night's
with
party ended up
every
getting totally messy, even
new not commercial. Every new episode, it just feels like they're using more and more of it with each episode. The 3D
Maybe.
stuff. Well, look at the last two episodes and compare it to the first episode we watched.
Man, it could be trying something new.
Well, it looks cheaper and shittier.
I didn't say it was good.
though everyone knew we had to get going early in the morning. During the holidays, we decided to go on a trip and hang out at the Volcano Bay Water Park.
Never again.
Natalie, look!
You all don't mind company, do you?
Less
Of
cheap
course
and
not.
crappy
Slow
if
down.
they stuck to either 3D or 2D.
Yeah.
Because they're bad at both.
Alright, I'll be right back. Bust someone's up on the bed. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Isn't it the same person from the previous one?
Hi, you guys headed to Gainesville?
Actually, no, but
I
it
couldn't
is
quite
on the
hear
way.
you.
Hop in.
Thank you
I
so
said, isn't it the same person from the last one?
She has the same exact face, but different hair. So, technically you could say yes because it's the same model, but no, they dressed her differently.
much for helping out. I'd been there for over an hour. I'm Ruby.
So, we met our newest traveler. Ruby seemed familiar to me, even though this was the first time I'd ever met her. She was hitchhiking around the state, and her friends were waiting for her in Gainesville. But when we told her we were going to the water park, she frowned.
I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but Volcano Bay is closed. What? You've got to be kidding me! A friend of mine works there. He said there was an accident and the park was closed until further notice. Here, see for yourself.
What is happening?
Currently not receiving visitors, and the police are working tirelessly to have it reopened.
Ah, jeez, we've been on the road all day and all for nothing?
Well, we can't go back. It's not like there aren't any other cool places in Florida, though. Here you go.
Oh my god.
Self-guided tours of the gloomiest place in Florida? Never heard of these.
I was given these brochures at a local carnival.
Oh, look. This was pretty close. An abandoned amusement park on
They're
the St.
trying to
Johns
connect
River.
it to
You
the
sure?
disquieted
They say
circus.
it's...
What was that?
They're trying to connect it to the circus.
Eh. Maybe. Alright, chew.
full of alligators.
No, we wouldn't be going in the river, but hanging out in the park.
Okay, at least it's something. Thanks, Ruby.
Hey, you helped me, I help you.
Hey, Ruby? Have we met anywhere before?
I don't think so. I definitely remember you.
Sorry, I must be
What?
seeing things. Long night last night.
I have no idea.
Thanks, guys. Just turn left and you'll be there in an hour.
You sure you don't want to come with us?
I'd love to, but my friends are waiting for me.
Good luck, and thanks for the brochures. The brochure definitely wasn't lying. The place really was gloomy. To be honest, something made me want to immediately turn back. You sure we should be here?
Natalie, are you crazy? I don't want to spend the night on the road.
Oh, the more reason to stay. We're already here. Come on, don't be like that.
Something was wrong here, but I didn't want to act like a coward in front of my friends. We crossed the bridge and stopped in a small parking lot.
Yup, it's super creepy.
Just like a bad horror movie. We are the prey, and a maniac is wandering about somewhere nearby.
Oh my god.
The park had been abandoned for a while,
I want to
it
kill
seemed.
them
Then a
myself.
small shed caught my attention. It strangely looked like it had been built quite
Are
recently.
you vibing
We should
with
take
the
a look.
SCPs?
Oh, I
Yes.
love how quiet and peaceful it is here. Huh? What's that?
Just looks like a
Oh my
duck.
God.
Are they normally found around here?
It clearly wasn't a duck. A guy in a Donald Duck costume slowly came out of the water. I felt uneasy, but my friends were taking everything as a joke.
What a freak! What's he doing here?
Someone's got to be playing a prank on us. Hey, buddy! Your costume sucks!
Oh yeah, piss off the thing that wants you dead.
Guys, it's not alone.
I don't like this. Can we please leave now?
Are you serious? You're scared of cartoon characters?
Kevin!
Hey, get the hell off of me, you
Let
freak!
go of her!
Kevin, no!
Just let Kevin die, damn it.
Damn it! Ah!
Let him die, let him die.
Where are the other two? Well, screw this. We need to get the hell out of here.
What the hell's going on here?
Some maniacs in costumes! My leg!
Once we got to the parking lot and into the van, go figure, it wouldn't start. When I looked under the hood...
What the hell is this?
What?
Someone wrecked the engine. I can't fix this.
There's no service out here. I'm not getting any reception.
What kind of psychotic maniacs are just hanging out here?
Okay, everyone calm down. We'll get out of here. How wrong I was. As soon as we stepped onto the bridge, it immediately collapsed into the water, as if someone had rigged it to fall.
No, give me a break!
We're stuck on this island.
To hell with
Why?
that! I'm not staying here another minute. This is becoming more and more like some dumb horror movie.
Kevin decided to swim
And
across
this is
the
where
river
he
and call
died.
for help. No matter how we tried to dissuade him, he wouldn't listen to us. He almost managed to get to the other bank. When suddenly...
Kevin, no! Get back!
Look out!
That's not making it to the other bank.
There was
That was
That's not making it to the other bank.
nope, and they're dead.
nothing we could do. We just heard his screams and couldn't believe that this was happening to us. After a few
I
seconds,
just like how
Kevin
inaccurate
disappeared under the
monologue
water.
is.
Into
Because they saved Kevin,
Like
they
they
all
weren't
die.
out in the bridge in any way when it fell. And it's like we stepped onto the bridge when it fell. No, you were next to it. And it's like right when he got onto the bay, he was like, and then it shows him get eaten by the fucking crocodile before he even reaches it.
Yeah. Well,
dead silence fell over the group.
We're going to die here, Natalie.
now let's
Like
see if
hell
one of
we
them
are.
dies by a
We need
stunt.
to look around and find a phone. Let's go.
Screw that! I'm not going anywhere. We need to lock ourselves in the bus and wait for help.
No one even knows we're here.
It doesn't matter. I'll be in the bus.
And she's dead.
I carefully made my way through the park, trying not to make any noise. Those bastards in costumes could be anywhere nearby. I suddenly noticed something strange. What the? A working camera with the logo of some organization. Someone was watching us. But who? Damn it!
Dumbass. What?
The freak was nimble, and he almost caught me, but I rushed over to a roller coaster and saw an empty car on the rails. Stay away from me, you bastard! Jesus. Is it dead?
I mean, yeah, that would hurt, but it's not going to full speed if it was turned on. If you know what I mean. Because it didn't look like it was a really far drop. It was like one of the short drops, which means it's not going to hurt that much. You're probably just going to piss it off. Never split up in a dangerous situation. True,
The
bookworm.
car had broken the neck of this psycho. I decided to take off the mask to see who had been hunting me.
So, I
But
guess
when
we
I
do
pulled it
added
up,
violence and gore.
separated along with the head.
Yeah.
Holy shit! It's
No,
not a
because
mask!
The art was very gory.
Yeah. I'm starting to think that they're mainly basing off the creatures of this SCP of the Treasure Island creepypasta about a Walt Disney Island. I'm starting to get that feeling.
a living being, not some psychopath in a
It does seem
costume.
like they're basing it off the creepypasta.
It had a plastic skeleton inside with a liquid similar to liquid latex leaking out of the neck. What are you?
You saw that too, right?
Yeah.
The way she grabbed it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not crazy, right?
No, you're not.
Okay.
By the time I got to where Tina was screaming, she was already gone. Damn it! Where did she disappear to? Tina!
Well,
Tina!
look at the clues. There's a lot of blood.
Yeah. They're dead. Are they gonna do a final girls type of bullshit?
I don't know what that is.
It's a trope that at end of any horror movie, the final character is gonna be a woman that survives, aka the final girl.
That bothers me. Well, right, if you were stuck in a horror movie, you'd probably kill the killer fast enough to save other people.
Yeah, you wanna know how you can save yourself from being killed in a horror movie? Easy. Grenades, AK-47, flamethrower, and landmines.
Basically, kill the killer.
I started looking for her and noticed that the park was packed full with cameras. Someone was watching us like lab rats. Are you again? The creature had almost caught up with me, and then I noticed the very shed that I wanted to look at before. Well, now's as good a time as any. There wasn't anything interesting inside, only a bunch of old crap. But then... No! No! I knew it wouldn't be much for long, but then I saw something unusual. What's this? It was total darkness. There was no way back, so I just kept moving.
What?
Soon I turned into an illuminated corridor. And then I heard someone's footsteps.
I think they're using the Disney tunnels without saying it.
Yeah.
Ruby? What the hell are you doing here?
I don't remember. After we separated, someone hit me over the head and I woke up here.
Okay, we need to move. Now!
Where are we? Let's just go upstairs.
We can't go that way. Mickey Mouse is up there carrying an axe. We need to find another way out. This corridor has to lead somewhere.
What? Who?
I saw this emblem earlier. SCP. What does it mean?
Oh my
You're
god.
kidding, right? Forget it. Let's keep moving. It's too dangerous to stay here.
No way. I have to know who's behind everything and what's going on here. Damn it. We need a key card to open it.
Corridor F3 clear. Moving out to the exit.
Isn't going shh in itself announcing
Let's
you're
go.
there?
Yeah.
Natalie, I'm scared.
We need to find out how to get off this island. They created this nightmare. I know it. There should be a control panel around here somewhere. Look,
What's this?
they've been watching us. Sick
Well-
bastards. They're running some sort of experiment.
I'm happy to be proven wrong. They proved me wrong there, not trying to connect it to the disquieted circus.
Yeah.
Someone's coming!
Here, quick! I saw Tina on one of the screens. She was alive.
Zone A is clear. Affirmative. I'm looking for her. I don't have a visual of her on the monitors.
And she was being chased by that awful Mickey Mouse thing. But Then he caught up with her and... Damn it!
Is he alive?
He's fine. He'll come to his senses soon. Shit. Do you have something we can bandage it with?
Yes, here, take this.
Huh? Why didn't it occur to me before? No wonder
What?
you seemed suspicious to me.
I had nothing to do with it. I swear.
Do you work for them?
Apparently a
Deliberately.
Foundation member?
I guess?
Lured us to this island?
You don't understand.
Back. Tell them or I'll shoot.
Do it.
You've killed so many people. Interesting job you guys have.
Natalie, you don't understand what's going on here.
Tell me how to get out of here.
Don't you get it yet? You can't leave the island.
We'll just see about that. And you said I couldn't do it.
I knew you'd be problematic.
What's going on here anyway? You a part of some kind of evil corporation?
It has nothing to do with evil. The SCP Foundation contains dangerous anomalous objects by any means necessary, so that humanity can sleep peacefully.
You're giving these creatures people. Is that the means necessary?
What the fuck
A
is
couple
happening?
of tourists a month for the mascots to hunt. Not a bad price to keep them in place. Otherwise, they'd spread all over the state and there would be countless
They're
victims.
having the Foundation trap
Why did you
people
give us
there
that damn
for the
brochure?
mascots to
We
eat
didn't do
instead of,
anything to you.
You know,
Yeah.
killing them like they do in the actual SCP file.
Yeah.
You sure you're not to blame for anything? Take a look.
What's this? Show me the way out. Now! We were back out in the park and rushed to the bridge, but it wasn't easy to get to. Screw you, freak! This is for Kevin! Goddamn puppets! There we go. And you said I wouldn't get off this island.
You can't run from yourself, Natalie. Look at the folder.
What? What's this?
You're a Class D employee, a consumable. So were Tina and Kevin.
You're lying! It can't be! We were at a party yesterday!
Yesterday, you were in prison from where we took you, treated with amnestics and crammed with false memories.
I don't believe it.
What?
I'm Natalie Park, a law student.
You
They
were,
don't
until
do
you
that.
killed your unfaithful
Yeah.
fiancé. A select few prisoners get a chance to redeem themselves by working for the SCP Foundation.
I killed Ashton. No! Screw you all!
Lower the bridge!
No!
Damn it! We'll have to start all over again.
What?
This makes no fucking sense.
Same.
Damn, my head is killing me.
Mine too. Be patient, babe. We'll be there soon.
Where'd she come from? We're in the middle of nowhere. You mind if we drop her off wherever she needs?
We're late for dinner at your parents'. Fine, okay.
Thank you so much for helping out. I'd been there for over an hour. I'm Ruby.
I'm Natalie. This is my husband, Ryan. Your face looks so familiar. Have we met before?
I don't think so. I definitely remember you.
Oh my god.
I hate it, thank you. How did they make it so much more aggressive?
I don't know. Removal characters and license, yes. They removed everyone.
Every character, all the license, added violence.
Oh yeah, I should probably read what the bingo board is. We actually almost got a full-on bingo. We got edit I need a
Oh,
plot.
damn, what were we missing?
Says wrong name /number.
God damn. Oh.
Yeah, anyways. Added unneeded plot. Copyrights the video, added gore, added violence, bad VA, wrong SCP design. No license given, deviated plot, clickbait thumbnail. Alright, so gore and violence. Bookworm, you can join us too in rating it, if you wish.
I would say.
Well.
I would say probably a 4. What would you or Bookworm say?
Yeah, I can go with that. So it was pretty gory. Especially.
It was way more gory than original.
Yeah.
In the article, the closest it got to like showing any violence was the one D class getting dragged off.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they later found his body, but it didn't show anyone getting killed.
Yeah. Yeah, deviates from the plot of the article. Yes.
Yeah.
They literally made that SCP a horror movie.
They did.
See, here's the thing I noticed at the very end. They took pieces of Cabin in the Woods, which is already a bad interpretation of an SCP horror movie, and they somehow made it worse.
I've never seen Cabin in the Woods.
Only watch it for the monster designs. Everything else is horrible.
Okay. So that the deviation is definitely a 4.
Yeah.
I think it would be easier to ask what is still the same.
Right.
Actually, nothing's the same, is it?
No. Alright. Only men in video slash offensiveness.
I feel like because they use the Gone Girl trope, that it's definitely some amount of sexism. Like maybe a 1 or a 2.
What do you think, Bookworm? I don't know.
Well, how sexist do you think the Gone Girl trope is, from 1 to 10? Because typically, not Gone Girl, the last girl trope.
The final girl.
Because typically the last, huh?
The final girl. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah. Yes. Typically, when they have horror movies have one person left alive and it's a woman, typically they annihilate the other women from the category by having them do things like sleep with a guy, which is stupid, and other stuff that are equally sexist. So I'm sorry, it's a very sexist trope to me. It's like a 1 or 2.
What do you think, Book? Yeah, also, Jiri, you want to know what the next SCP is?
What?
Mary had a little lamb. You know the honeybee parasite SCP?
Yeah.
Remember when Professor Lucius did it?
Well,
I guess we
I don't know what else to say.
I guess we can go with a 1 because it's a common trope.
It being common doesn't make it less. I would still say, like, How does it make it less sexist if it's a common trope?
True.
It's kind of like how in some movies it's super common to have, well, it used to be, it no longer is common, to have a mysterious shaman from Mexico or Africa. Totally not racist. So I think it's a two because I'm sorry, trying to eliminate women in your horror movie to find out which ones are the stupidest ones first, it's sexist.
Alright, that's 10% then. Yep, anyways. Oh yeah, adult content. Features non-consensual
Oh,
sexual acts. You have been warned.
okay.
Yes.
Item.
Hey, you're gonna read it?
Sorry.
No,
You
you
want
can.
to read it?
No, you can read it. I think you read it last time.
Uh,
So, yeah.
huh?
Yeah.
Item number 2401, Object Class Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-2401 and SCP-2401-Alpha are to be stored together in Cell 22 at Research Site 45. Cell 22 must be stocked with three, uh, 3 3 meters squared of potted wildflowers with automated drip irrigation system to maintain them. I'm just going to assume that's a lot of flowers. I get a little confused when they start squaring flowers. Small electric incinerator designed for burning pine needles is to be installed near cell 22 so it can be. I read this before, didn't I?
Yeah, that's why I said earlier. You read it before.
You know what? You can read it.
Alright, I'll continue on for you with off. A small electric incinerator designed for burning pine needles is to be installed near Cell 22 so that it can be supplied and operated by attending staff. And a footnote says, in insectoid husbandry, smoke from burning pine needles is an effective way of masking certain alarm pheromones naturally. The exhaust of the incinerator is to be piped directly to Cell 22 whenever SCP-2401 becomes excited or agitated. Plans for combining adjacent Cell 23 and Cell 22 are currently awaiting approval. 2401-Beta is to be held as a reserved destination until further notice. SCP-2401 are a previously unknown species of honeybee that exhibit parasitic and symbiotic traits depending on the sex of the human host. To date, a sustainable colony of 2401 has only been observed in one human female host. In all observed cases, male hosts expire typically within 9 to 12 days post-colonization from inflammatory complications caused by routine stinging and gross modification of dermal tissue. This also compromises the immune system, leaving male hosts vulnerable to anaerobic infection. After death, the male host 2401 will leave the body in search of another human host. Colonization does differ slightly in female hosts, whereas there's much less risk of infection due to higher levels of propolis production. Propolis is a resinous mixture that honeybees collect from botanical sources that prevent diseases and parasites from entering the hive and to inhibit fungal and bacterial growth. Once 30 to 50% of the dermis is modified into a keratin-based honeycomb, the colonization reaches a stable state and does not expand further. After this process is completed, S2401 exhibits standard protective behavior towards the host, treating them as the nest. 2401 adopts host scent markers, adjusting colonial odor markers to match the host. This process sensitizes 2401 to the emotional and physical condition of the host. The female host also undergoes rapid changes to both accommodate and protect 2401, which include increased tissue regeneration, higher amphetamine output, and lack of dependency for food or water. In the majority of cases, the female host retains their personality and memories, which usually result in psychological trauma related with the ongoing symbiosis of 2401. This is seen to result in a high rate of suicide in cases where the host outright rejects symbiosis. Only one surviving case has shown a distinct interest in maintaining the symbiotic relationship between itself and 2401. For all intents and purposes, she has been designated as 2401-alpha. Document Doc 2401-TI. Note, the following written entries were confiscated from Dr. Kenneth Lamb's hard drive. There is sensitive information regarding 2401-alpha in order to remain on the high security data server. Date, January 4th, 2015. Time, 1632. Date, D-6780 and D-9343 have been both exposed to 2401. This is the second trial studied as the effects of 2401 on a human host. Thus far, we have not been successful in sustaining a host for more than a period of 30 days. A viable host able to survive the colonization process will be the first step into discovering a way to reverse the process and revert the host back to normalcy. It has been difficult to requisition female D-class because of their scarcity. It's the only option since 2401 and male D-class hosts cannot coexist without killing the host's body. Due to issues in previous tests, the two female hosts will be kept on suicide watch while symptoms progress. Date, January 8th, 2015. Time, 9:44. Both D-6780 and D-9343 are progressing quickly with 2401 and are in relatively good health. Today, however, 6780 had to be sedated via aerosol before hosts caused further self-injury. 9343 has been minimally responsive during this period. I have asked repeatedly for medical records of both D-class hosts prior to testing. Paperwork seems to be conveniently missing in administration. January 15th, 2015. Time, 22:01. 4 hours ago, 6780's attempt at drowning in the cell's commode proved successful by clogging it with daily food rations and filling it up with water. Cell 21 is currently under quarantine until decontamination teams can assemble. In the morning, I'm hoping for a more viable autopsy than the previous ones. (9343) seems to be much calmer during this process. So far, the host is the only one who has made it this far in 2401's colonization. I requested from maintenance staff from the site director to modify Cell 22 as to help better accommodate 2401 and host. I'm also still waiting for release medical records. January 26, 2015. Time, 12:55. 9343 and 2401 have successfully achieved full symbiosis. 9343 has been designated as 2401-alpha. It has been observed to be much more active. After reviewing video footage, I've noticed that 2401-alpha does not eat or drink, it seems. Administration has finally delivered records on 9343, but they are from her previous institution of incarceration. However, the information is severely lacking in detail, with the exception of her criminal record. I'll reveal this information and perhaps use it during my upcoming interviews with her. January 27, 2015. Time, 14:03. I conducted my first interview with 2401-alpha. She is relatively eager to see another face after nearly a month of solitary confinement. I asked her about her symptoms, and she explained while in the beginning she was experiencing a great deal of pain, most of that had been curtailed, and she feels much better. A quick physical examination conducted through the observation window concluded that she is estimated to have 50% of her body's surface converted into honeycomb-like structures, many of which contain 2401 in various stages of maturity. I questioned about where 2401 originates from, but 2401-alpha could not answer. January 30th, 2015, time 9:12. I went over 2401 Alpha's criminal records with her. She had trouble recollecting much of her past for some reason, which had to deal with abusive relatives at a young age before being placed in foster care till she was 15. I was unable to continue with the rest of her background as I noticed she was growing more and more agitated. I used a newly installed smoker for the first time to help her calm down. She was effectively suppressed, and I concluded for today. February 2nd, 2015. Time 13:47. Before I was able to conduct the interview, 2401-Alpha was adamant about apologizing for her behavior in the previous interview. She introduced herself by her name, first name, Mary, and asked me mine. I introduced myself as well. Her intentions seemed harmless. Afterwards, she tried multiple times to derail the interview with small talk. I was able to keep her focused on explaining her symptoms. Mary attempted to explain a dream she had involving me, but could not recall specific details. I asked her questions regarding her mental state and wrote some additional notes to discuss with the on-site psychologist. February 3rd, 2015, time 22:25. Mary had stated in her interview today that she is experiencing a recurring dream, though upon waking up she can't recall any of it other than I am in it as well. I asked her if she would like writing supplies in order to keep a dream journal. She agreed, however the request was denied by my superior. Mary spends her time preoccupied with her own thoughts. At times she appears rather lucid and unresponsive. I request for additional items to help improve stimulus, however they are repeatedly denied. Date February 4th, 2015. Time 1:10. Mary and I have been meeting on a daily basis now. Her demeanor has been deteriorating, it seems. On-shift guards have informed me that she has been smoking nightly. When I confronted Mary with this information, she stated that was because of her dreams. She still maintains that she can't recall them after awakening. Recent discussions with the on-site psychologist over my notes are still inconclusive as to Mary's mental condition. I'll continue to visit Mary daily to gain more details on improving her mental state. Aside from that, the 2401 colony appears to be thriving and in optimal health. Incident report form. Incident date February 14th, 2015. Incident time 11:15. Site/location. Research site no 45. Secured humanoid containment wing cell 22. Unique identifier 2401-021415. Civilians involved? No. Personnel involved? Yes. Number of persons involved? 3. Injuries and deaths? 1 minor injury, 2 major injuries. Nexus used? Yes. By request. SCPs involved? Yes. Destination SCP 2401-Alpha. Details. SCP-2401-Alpha, prior to incident, exhibited agitated behaviors for a period of 10 days. 2401-Alpha had difficulty expressing the source of its agitation, often developing cryptic statements and referring to itself in the first person plural by its actual name prior to symbiosis. Dr. Kenneth Lamb, the acting supervisor of 2401, postulated that 2401 2401-Alpha was delirious. 72 hours prior to the incident, 2401-Alpha suffered from an apparent seizure and collapsed onto the floor. Time was noted and logged. Her body was kept under watch, as standard in operating procedures for human subject quarantine. After 48 hours, the site director extended quarantine to Cell 22 for another 24 hours. No activity was observed for a host or the colony. The cell floor was littered with the dead instances of 2401 at this time. Right. Personnel and security entered Cell 22 after the quarantine period expired in order to retrieve the body for examination and autopsy. While decontaminating and preparing the body for transfer, 2401-Alpha suddenly awakened and physically attacked security. Both guards suffered concussions from the altercation. Dr. Lamb was then tackled to the floor outside the containment and stripped of his clothes by 2401-Alpha. On video, Dr. Lamb was held down on his back with 2401-Alpha on top of him for a period of 90 seconds. From the video's limited vantage point, it was difficult to ascertain what was happening to Dr. Lamb, as he showed limited signs of struggle. Afterwards, the majority of security forces subdued 2401-Alpha with electroshock weaponry to force it off of Dr. Lamb and back into containment. Dr. Lamb suffered only a dislocated shoulder and minor abrasions. 2401-Alpha has since replenished the 2401 colony to a fully restored population and has been observed to be more docile as compared to before the incident. Right. Addendum 2401-001. Due to 2401-Alpha's recent containment breach, staff and security teams are prohibited from entering Cell 22 or conversing with 2401-Alpha. Let's see. Decisions that third further hold indefinitely. Alright, post-incident review. Interview date, February 15th, 2015. Interview time, 4:30. Site /location research site fit for 45. Offices. Interviewers. Senior internal investigator Ruben Foster. Interviewee researcher Dr. Kenneth Lamb. Alright. Recorder design. How are you holding up? I'm still in shock over the whole thing, I guess. Well, just let me just ask, why do you think you were chosen? I don't know. Well, you were assigned to her. It. Right, it for 3 months. You interviewed with it every day, it looks like. I wondered other humanoids in that ring too. So back to my original question. Or perhaps maybe the human inside her. I mean, it made a connection. Either way, it. Let's see. It got what it wanted from me. Oh God. Do you feel like you can continue? I suppose. Sorry, I still just rattled over the whole thing. Well, medically, you checked out fine. Just bumps and scratches, so there's that. Look, I don't want to push you after something traumatic like that. Anything you want to say on the record? I want the injection. Come in an injection and give me that transfer, please. I gotcha. I'll see what I can do. Addendum 2401-002, Dr. Redacted is to be transferred out of Research Site 45 after he is fully debriefed on a containment breach incident involving himself in 2401-Alpha. He is out for
Can you enter and leave and re-enter the chat? Sorry, I didn't want to ask before, but just having a scene like that broken up on Discord just kind of...
Yeah. Can I be heard well?
Yeah. Now you can.
Alright. He is out for immediate amnestic solution and will be demoted to level 0 permanently for security reasons. Continued observation and reporting on his behaviors within the Foundation will be monitored for a period of no less than 3 years. Post-incident interview. Interview date: June 16, 2015. Interview time: 22:05. Site/location: Research Site 45, Secured Humanoid Containment Wing, Cell 22. Interviewers: Senior Internal Investigator Ruben Foster. Interviewees: SCP-2401-Alpha. Recorded on SCP- Mary.
Excuse me.
We like to be called Mary.
Fine, Mary. What is the relation to Dr. Locke?
Relationship? Is that what you called it? Him and us?
Never mind. Could you explain what you did to him the last time you two were together back in February?
We remember him being quiet and rather content about it.
Well, he was adamant not wanting to see you ever again.
We don't believe you. We are happy with the outcome still. SCP-2401-Alpha slowly rubs her hands over her swollen abdomen.
This is part of the cycle.
It is, and it is not. We need sterner hosts. The females are fragile yet willful. Strong queens for strong colonies. Our sweet kitty, tell him first that his progeny grows stronger with each passing day. Tell him we all await his return.
Yeah, I'll pass it along.
Sustained buzzing. Agent Foster turns off the intercom to cell 22. Technician.
You ain't actually considering that request, are you?
No, fuck that. Do me a favor though, see that button for the center?
Yes,
Smoker.
You know what that's valid?
Yeah.
That poor doctor.
Yep. You ready for the thumbnail, Julia?
Yeah.
What do you think of the thumbnail? What do you think too, Bookworm? What do you think of the thumbnail?
Four.